Hey everybody, this is the Hoodoo Housewife. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel, welcome to the community, welcome to the family. If you're returning, then hi family, how are you doing, lovelies? So in this video, I just want to talk about, very quickly, this shouldn't be a long video. I want to talk to those of you who are on a spiritual path. You're maybe really new to your path, maybe you have a background that was filled with maybe a lot of dogma or religion, very heavy religion, and now you're going towards a path that is a little less dogmatic and more spiritually based, more open, more inclusive, a little bit more mellowed out, and that just is opening your mind to a lot, you know, that is new. Maybe crystals, maybe stones, maybe hoodoo, maybe other forms and paths of magic, maybe meditation, maybe yoga, maybe veganism, whatever the case may be, but you are newly awakened. And I know what that feeling is. I know what that's like to say, wow, there's so many more things out here and there's so many other things to know and learn besides maybe, you know, just what I was shown. And when that happens, that's a very beautiful thing. You know, it's like watching a flower start to blossom. It's a very, very beautiful time in your life when this starts to happen. But what I wanted to talk about today in this video was being more cognizant. I won't say be careful, because careful is sort of a strong word, but I would say just be cognizant when you're newly awakening and you're newly blossoming on the spiritual path of, you know, joining too many groups, watching too many different sort of blogs or too many different YouTube channels that just have so much various information and things of this nature. Why do I say this? Because when you're starting out, you need to lay a foundation for your spirituality, right? This doesn't mean that you have to choose one thing and one thing only to study. But what I'm saying is just take it one thing at a time. Because when you get in too many groups and you're following too many different people and you're getting all these different vibes, what tends to happen is that you're getting so many varied stories, so much different information, and because you are beginning on your path, you generally do not have the experience to know super good information from super kind of bad information, you know. And so you're taking in kind of all this different information and outformation and stories and, you know, people's opinions and whatnot. And so I just say be cognizant of that on this path. I would suggest, you know, get to yourself. One of the best things that you can do starting on your path is first and foremost build an altar. Why? Because this is going to give you an anchor to the spiritual world. This is going to anchor you to something that is really solid. Your ancestors, these are people that were here before you who, you know, you have a blood link and connection to. So starting out, I always say, make an ancestor altar. It doesn't have to be deep, you know. I have a video on how to start your ancestor altar. Very, very simple. But start your ancestor altar. Go there and pray in the mornings. Go there and meditate. Go there and do some small workings and things of that nature. And that will give you that good grounding so that while you're, you know, sort of opening up and blossoming and getting these sort of more like ethereal concepts and these very kind of airy things, that you will also have that grounding energy, that very grounded energy. And that is what an ancestor altar is going to do for you as well. I would say read. Do not be afraid to open up a book and read, because if a person has taken the time to write a book on it, there's generally, you know, some substance to it. Yes, there can be bad books, but most of the time, if there is someone who has sat down and wrote a book, they, you know, it wasn't something quick, fast they could do. It takes some time to write a book. And so there's generally a wealth of information in these books. So take your time and read. Not only watch videos, not only, you know, go into groups and blogs and things of this nature or watch people on Instagram. That's cool. But get the substance, get the real information. Find somebody that's near you, or not even near you, away from you, who doesn't mind you asking them a question here and there, or you know, exchanging some sort of service. Hey, is there something I can do to help around, you know, your store or your shop or whatever it may be? And in return, you know, maybe when you're there cleaning or assisting with a workshop or whatever it may be that they could use help with, you know, you can, you know, pick their brain a little bit and get a little information from someone who actually has genuine life experience in this, who's been doing it for a while, who's walked these paths and, you know, really know what they're doing. So get your ancestor altar so that you can get grounded grounded, and then really look for information and affirmation that has substance, that has teeth to it, that is really grounded and has layers to it, okay? Don't just skim the surface, because you will find yourself extremely confused and not having very much anchoring as you're going along. So although there's so many things out there to look and study, just, breathe, relax, start with your ancestor altar. Find maybe 2 or 3 books to start off with that really have some substance, that have been highly recommended maybe by, that community, whatever it is that you're studying, and go from there, okay? I'm going to put up on my Instagram a couple of 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I really like. I'm going to start posting those to give you a little bit more direction on that. But don't be afraid to open up a book and read and genuinely take notes, especially if it's something that you are really desiring to be good at, something that you really want to know. Be thorough with it. Just because it's spirituality doesn't mean that you shouldn't be thorough and that you shouldn't be a badass at it, okay? So read a book. Invest in going to a workshop. Invest in listening to, buying an online class. Invest into purchasing that book or that workbook from those teachers who really know their stuff, okay? Because it'll really be worth it for you in the end. And just focus on studying one thing at a time. There's no rush. It's not a race. Just take one thing at a time and then allow yourself to be divinely guided into the next area. So take your time, get anchored with your ancestor altar, and find teachers and books and workshops of real substance and invest in them, because it will be an investment into yourself for the long run. So I hope this helps. If this was useful to you, please like, subscribe, and share. And I thank you all for being here with me again. All right, I'll see you next time, lovelies. Peace.